About to get started. Welcome, hard droppers, to another match of the Salted Bread League. This match, we're going to have a series of 3 matches. The first one we're going to do is between Baseball Boy versus Popte. Garbo, you want to introduce the players a little bit? Maybe.
Yeah, so just before that, I'd like to say this is for the A League of Salty Cup. So there's a ton of I think, how many leagues are there? Like
I think there's one above this one, like an S League, and then yeah, and then there's
8 leagues. So this is the second best one. Yeah, so Baseball Boy is a veteran player. He is very well versed in spins.
Yeah, he's been around since longer than I have, actually, like maybe by a bit. But he's a very intricate kind of player. Popte, you said like whenever he feels pressured, he really enjoys employing the 4-wide, right, as like a safe getaway.
Yeah. And he's definitely no slouch at 4-wide too. He used it to get placed in A League to begin with.
Well, let's see if he employs the 4-wide here. Just like I typically think people don't like employing the 4-wide right off the bat. They like to test their own skill against their opponent before they pull it out, just in case.
Yeah.
It's usually a trump card, really.
See, the way that I've seen it being used is just in a way of like desperation almost. Because I guess pride is a big thing too.
Yeah, I guess like I feel like at the higher levels, pride is definitely not so much a thing anymore. People have gotten past that. People definitely don't use it right off the bat, but I think everybody has like a pocket 4-wide now. Okay, it looks like BBB is stalling a little bit just to try to get the positional advantage here. Except
he didn't have a very good first round. It seemed like he misdropped and had to go through a lot of singles in order to get back to where he wanted to be.
That was also in combination with the fact that Popte actually really played a really efficient game last game with the DT cannon into just whatever that prop T-spin double setup was. It was really effective.
Yeah. Well, Baseball Boy, we probably are going to see a lot of his tricks later on too, because he is very good with spins. And he can take situations.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, there it is. Speak of it.
Yeah, he actually taught me the S and Z spin props, and I've been doing it ever since. It's very useful tools. Like he's very talented in all spins and such. That's a really bad misdrop though. It looks like he's able to convert very well.
Yeah.
Probably able to get another T-spin double here if he goes for it. He does. Okay.
Popte doesn't quite have the means to counter anything, and he misdropped too. So.
Yeah, he's in a little bit of, well, he's in a lot of trouble here unless BBB sends him something. Oh, okay, he missed his chance. I was gonna say if BBB was able to send him something really quick, then he might have been able to top him out really quick before he was able to get down. But BBB is having a lot of misdrops himself. He's not being very efficient with the down stack here. And
they're kind of trading misdrops, really.
Yeah, he could have done a spin there so he didn't get that residue, and I think it cost him the match because he would have gotten a single and a double there. It's just not enough because Popte already made it to his clean garbage. He's got a Tetris ready.
Yeah, we're gonna see the kind of at the top of the field game. I can expect a lot of that, just because both of them having pretty good APM.
You know, the more APM you're able to send over, you're going to have to like get a little more intricate, play a little more differently. I've noticed that especially playing higher level players like Blink, for example, you spend a lot of time at the top of the field. Just like what Popte is doing here, you have to be very efficient to try to get back to the bottom, making very good use of the pieces that you have, and also trying to pay attention to the holes that you have too, so that you open them up as you go along.
But timing is also a very important thing in the top of the field game.
Yeah, you have to be mindful about what you can accomplish at any given time. So, for example, if your opponent only gives you enough time to stack for a triple until you have to clear through, which is like what BBB is doing right now with sending him like a bunch of different ads here. He's forcing popte to have to clear through his garbage. Like he's got T-spin triple here. He's gonna do another T-spin double, try to pressure his opponents. I feel like BBB probably should have accepted the garbage there. He probably could have gotten the kill, but this is still a pretty good position.
Yeah, I think in this matchup, Baseball Boy definitely does have the advantage at the top of the field.
Oh, but this is a really good down stack combo from popte.
That's a 12 combo. 13, right? Yeah, that's 13.
Yeah, that was a 13 combo. I saw it in the middle of that, and I was gonna say, but man, BBB needs to be a little more efficient because he could have had that one. He needs to be a little more mindful of his opponent's field because the fact that he canceled the Tetris that popte sent over to him before that down stack combo started was the reason why he got the down stack combo to begin with.
Yeah, that's definitely something that's also very scary about your opponent being at the top. It's just if you can't finish them off, something like that can happen, and it's very likely. With these players, they're down stacking. It definitely isn't like top tier, but even if it's not top tier, you can still get something like that done if your opponent leaves you alive.
Yeah, for sure. If it's not like you don't even necessarily need like a T-spin conversion, as we saw. You know, like just a simple 13 combo down stack is good enough.
I mean, I think that I would argue that was a little bit overkill too, but
it was. But you know, you got to take what you can get because sometimes like opponents are coming out with some crazy numbers now. You know, like just some 13 down stack combos. Like players are insanely talented these days. Even you know, like this is a A-League, right? Like there's a tier ahead of this too. So you know, you can just imagine what kind of like play we might be treated to. Okay, yeah. T-spin double setups as an opening. Okay, BBB decided to go for the T-spin single option. Okay,
holy crap! Wait, what was that?
that was a T triple, or it wasn't a triple, but it was a T-spin, or not a T-spin, L-spin. Sorry.
Yeah, so Baseball Boy just flexing his familiarity,
his knowledge. Yeah.
Yeah. But what he was trying to do there is actually a TKI setup that I believe he created. I've seen him do it on stream before. And it involves a STMB cave into some more T-spins at the end, which is a STMB cave T-spin single.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with the language or the technical names for the setups, but if there's one player who knows them, like to the letter, it's usually BBB. He really likes that intricate kind of play style. I've urged him to play more conservatively over the years, and I think like we're seeing a little. Oh, he's in trouble here. Yeah. But he has gotten a little more conservative over the years. He's more practical with the way he plays.
Yeah, but his playstyle is definitely very, very unique. And it's actually very interesting to see, like, just all the kind of things that you can do.
So much as it's just setups, really. Like, it's very efficient, very setup heavy. See, like, just that, for example. Sets up the T-spin triple and then takes the single, has to break the back-to-back, but he's still able to get the T-spin double in the end. It's just very optimal play, trying to find setups everywhere.
Yeah, watching him squeeze setups out of every single situation too. It's definitely interesting. But popte, he's actually a pretty clean player a lot of the time. And of course he has that little 4-wide option that he can pull out at all times. So I'm actually wondering if we'll see that. Although we might not need to see that here if things keep going the way they're going.
Yeah, we'll have to see, like, because I feel like BBB is having a little trouble adapting here. I don't think he's being efficient enough in comparison to popte, and we've yet to even see any 4-wides being exchanged, so I don't think he thinks that's necessary yet. Just like this sequence right here that popte is going through, very, very efficient. And BBB is left in a little bit of a bind. He has to make a compromise here with his stack.
Yeah, something that
he's put into too by popte and his just being efficient.
Something that BBB really likes doing is that he really likes going for those triple-double setups. You'll see a lot of those, most likely later on. But the thing about those is that it requires like some specific setup and maybe skimming too. But when he gets them off, it's a very good spike. And the way popte's playing, he never really gets into situations where he can fully cancel those. So if BBB actually gets a lot of those off, this match could go a lot differently than it's been going right now.
Yeah, like I'm seeing a lot of the trouble here is BBB is a little bit inconsistent with misdropping, for example. If he could just polish it up, for example, like that, I don't think popte's game at the top of the field is as polished. You know, he's not as efficient as he is with his openings and such. BBB needs to really batten down the hatches and try to take advantage of that.
I'm not sure if that was supposed to be a PC opener or not.
I think he was trying to find the most optimal fix for that, elected for the T-spin double, which isn't the worst option. It's actually one of the best ones.
What I've found is that in those situations, it's not really the most effective as just to come up with a solution as fast as you can. Because when your opponent has
trick is just to train yourself to go for the best options all the time, right? But that does come with experience. Okay, a lot of bad misdrops on BBB's side, and he's gonna lose this one. popte had a nice clean field, sent 2 Tetrises, had another one practically built up.
So baseballboy actually not going for like any openers, any formal openers at least.
Yeah, I think that's like one of the hybrid kind of openers where you don't get anything. Like, I think he was going for a T-spin or a PC setup, but the game didn't really give him the right pieces for it, so he just kind of opted for kind of like an in-between. Okay, he set up a 3-wide into sort of a 4-wide.
Yeah, this combo will actually deal a good amount of damage. Actually, no, never mind. popte and baseballboy.
Own little side 4-wide as well. Looks like his is still going on. Okay, he just ended it. BBB is in a pretty bad position though. He's got to down stack quickly.
His garbage is fairly messy too because of the combo damage.
Yeah. Oh, popte misdropped. This might slow him down a little bit. Okay, he elects to just take the triples and live to fight another day. Consolidate his position first instead of trying to go for the kill. Okay, yeah, this is one of the weaknesses of popte's play I'm seeing. Lots of empty singles and just doubles. Combos that are too short to really matter, and then you know he just doesn't really have any follow-up after.
Yeah, baseballboy took advantage of the situation there, where popte was just doing nothing, not sending anything, and baseballboy could just stack up and get that DT cannon off.
It looks like BBB is adjusting pretty well. Like as we saw at the beginning of the match, it was 4-2. Now it's BBB's first lead in the first time in the match. Okay, let's see if he goes for yep. This is a classic BBB setup that he likes going for. Just the super T-spin double on the side of the field. There's a nice little setup that works with just the LPs and the JPs. Okay, these...
popte getting a really good down stack. 7 combo plus a Tetris.
Yeah.
And he's able to access more clean garbage too.
My goodness, those fixes are so amazing from BBB, but this is one of the dilemmas. He gets a little greedy at the wrong moments. You know, he goes for setups that don't have a follow-up afterwards, and then he gets caught in a really precarious situation if it doesn't kill his opponents right away. Okay. Nice prop.
Yeah, popte just can't do anything when faced with that much damage.
It was just too good of a spike that BBB had lined up. Just a rain of back-to-backs. Oh, and BBB
the four
wide. And so is popte. Okay, we're finally getting to the 4-wide battle. It looks like they're done playing arounds. They want to start.
They decide to play the optimal strategy.
This is the end game, ladies and gentlemen. This is the end game.
popte, what is he? Oh, he missed.
Oh no, he
soft drop twice.
He wanted to soft. Oh no. Okay, we'll see where this leads. Okay, yeah, it's over for popte.
Yeah, it's definitely leading to a bad place for popte.
Once you allow your opponent to get to combo 8 or 9 when you're still at like the first couple, it's over. Because they've hit the 5 numbers. Every line clear afterwards just sends 5 lines. You don't have enough time.
Yeah, so it looks like that was just a little minor intermission from regular gameplay.
Oh,
wait,
what is
Baseball
this
Boy, the 2 STSDs! Wait, no, never mind.
Oh my god! What are you doing? And you block your hole!
He didn't have that extra line under for the DT cannon. Because if he had one extra line under that, that would have been...
BBB is going for the kill right now. He's going for the kill. He's covering all his holes. He's not worrying about that right now. Oh, and it might have cost him. Yeah, it did. Oh, BBB tried to go out for the all-out aggression because he saw that popte was at the top of the field, but he couldn't finish him off in time. Popte was able to squeeze
that convenient garbage there.
Yeah. That was a tight match. Looks like both players are ramped up. Both of them, I've noticed, have sped up their game.
Yeah, popte looking like he cancels out of the side 4-wide there.
Ooh,
okay. That was an interesting little...
Interesting spin. Okay, he goes... Okay, this is a very nice fix. I was gonna say it wasn't as optimal as I'd like it to have been, but he was able to make it work in his favor.
Yeah, Baseball Boy, actually, his garbage is fairly good right now, but he opts for stacking up for a setup instead.
Yeah, super T-spin. That's actually a relatively safe one, just because you're able to get out pretty easily. You have a safe getaway, I mean, after you clear that first T-spin double. That way you have a nice little combo line if you're not able to get to the T-spin double afterwards.
Yeah, I know a lot of the things that Baseball Boy does, like Trinities, are a lot harder to cancel out of.
Yeah, just because, I mean, you have to be able to gauge what you're able to do based on your queue, right? If you don't even have a T piece in the queue, you probably shouldn't set that up if you're under pressure, because you're not going to be able to perform it in time. You need what you're setting up to be within 2 or 3 pieces of reach.
Yeah, we definitely saw that a little bit earlier, when he kind of stacked up a ton to get that DT cannon off, but the only difference there was that he was in a good spot because popte wasn't really doing anything. But we're seeing this battle at the top now.
Yeah, BBB actually had a really nice setup. I'm surprised he didn't go for the mini downstack combo there, because downstack combos are very effective at the top of the field, especially if it's like a messier one, like the one we see here. BBB opting to go for the T-spin triple right after he accepts, and it pays off. He's able to clinch out the win.
That was super risky.
It was super risky. It was another one of those classic BBB decisions that I see him running through, where he could potentially lose if it doesn't work. Okay. T-spin double setups by popte, but he made a misdrop. And
the T-spin triple tower from Baseball Boy.
Yeah, and that was just bad timing for the misdrop by popte, because he's in a bind right now if he can't find the the proper down stack here. He's gonna need another one of those 13 down stack combo because yeah, there wasn't a whole lot of options for him to wiggle out after that misdrop.
Yeah, you can't just let Baseball Boy run free like that because...
Yeah, because, I mean, it's fine if you make a misdrop, just don't make a misdrop while he's doing that, you know? Because BBB had a T-spin triple setup, and he also got, what was it, a super T-spin double setup right afterwards. That's a lot of lines that you have to clean through, like, in the middle of a misdrop, too. And looks like the same situation's playing out again.
Baseball Boy kind of opted for a weird center forward where he only went for a 6 combo.
Ooh. Yeah, I appreciate the effort by popte. He was trying to go for the T-spin double to cancel, but the O piece actually set him over the limit. Didn't let the next piece spawn. Okay, DT by popte, and
looks to be kind of a similar, a similar TKI follow-up to what we've seen in some of the previous games. Looks like he just had a couple of those.
This is gonna rock the boat a little bit in terms of what's gonna happen during this match, because BBB actually opted for the short down stack combo. Ooh, and popte actually has a chance here to spike Baseball Boy out if he has the right pieces to send over a spike. It's just, oh, and the misdrop by BBB. popte has another chance.
Yeah, but BBB not having the best of fields to work with. He's tried stacking up for a Tetris. He does end up getting the Tetris, ending up canceling that garbage being sent to him by popte.
Yeah. Oh, and I have no idea why BBB was like stalling there. I think he just knew he was gonna lose that one, just kind of like gave up there. But yeah, he just kind of stopped playing.
So it looks like actually what he's been doing all this time was just launching into 6-3 with a small PC opportunity. I believe it's pretty rare. The polymer teeth, damn. That's crazy.
All right, BBB. Yeah, you keep flexing, bro.
I mean, he won in swag points there, but
yeah.
Too bad we're not counting this by swag points.
Competitive Tetris isn't about swag points, ladies and gentlemen. You have to be able to send lines to top your opponent out. If you don't accomplish that, you didn't win. You gotta be optimal. Oh, and okay, I'm curious to see how BBB is gonna get out of this misdrop. Okay, that's a pretty nice. Assuming he can make this work in his favor. Okay, alright.
popte kind of going for a T-spin double there, but down stacking this is going to be a little bit rough with all the pressure that Baseball Boy's putting on, and looks like that was too much for him.
Yeah, even amid those like misdrops and stuff, like BBB was able to send a kill blow with garbage, or just lines that he set up over the misdrop that he stacked himself. Okay, kind of midfield for both players. I think both players have a lot to work with here, so we're not really going to see anyone top out anytime soon.
Yeah, they're both just countering with those.
popte being a little inefficient, though. I feel like he could have made those singles into some kind of like Tetris or T-spin even, but okay.
Yeah, so Baseball Boy being in a very, very advantageous spot right now compared to where popte is, where he doesn't have much wiggle room to really do anything.
Yeah, popte just not really down stacking very well. It doesn't seem to me like he's gauging very well when he should attack, when he should defend, or when he should start down stacking. Because he kind of flip-flops his decisions, and in the end, that indecisiveness actually slows him down a lot.
Yeah, so it's match point for Baseball Boy. We could see him close out this match very, very soon.
For sure, especially with this sequence right here. Okay, never mind.
that I spin, though.
Should be pretty safe for popte.
Yeah, popte has so much damage and huge spike ready to go, so... Yeah, baseball boy, not having too many options here.
Yeah, that wasn't the best down stack he decided to go for. He should have placed the eyepiece in column 3, because placing it in column 1 left his Z piece with no options for where to put it. Okay, but score is 14-10. It's still a match point for BBB, right?
Yeah, popte DC'd for some reason.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe he thought the game was over?
Maybe a little bit of a miscount there. He only missed it by 1, though, so his math is not too far off. Okay, and he's back.
Yeah, it's a good thing he didn't throw last match completely, though.
All right, 14-10. This is still not over, ladies and gentlemen. popte has been coming back in the last 2 games. Let's see if he can keep up this momentum.
Yeah, as long as he can find those down stack combos and not just be left with
that down stack combo was, I mean, a credit to him for finding it, but it was very opportune for the field to be set up that way too. I think like the last 2 games, especially, were based off of baseball boy's mistakes rather than popte's wins. But the thing that he needs to work on, if he wants to come back from this, is he's going to need to be more optimal when he's at the top of the field. That's all it comes down to.
Oh, but we're seeing that 4-wide coming out. So now with the knowledge that it's match point, looks like he's just not holding anything back anymore.
And this is looking like a... Okay, it's not...
Oh, his 4-wide's gonna break here. He actually didn't go for the right sequence.
Yeah, that's unfortunate, but he was still able to get an 8 combo there, which is actually pretty good. It leaves your opponents with a little bit of messy garbage and a lot to work with afterwards for you. Okay, T-spin set up here.
Yeah, so baseball boy just an opt for
find a way to down stack at the same time though, because all he's doing is trying to attack as much as he can, and baseball boy is, well, he's actually doing the same thing.
So yeah, we see it close out. So baseball boy wins 15-10.
All right,